This isn't scripted. It's certainly not going to be perfect. I'm not going to use proper grammar. I'm not going to worry about any of that. I'm just going to talk. You might hear some little kids in the background, but that's part of it. You know, we often wonder why people die and why God lets people die. Whether it's our coworkers or friends or family, people that we know at church, they just pass away, and the reasons why, we don't really understand why. We don't really understand the whole diagnosis of someone's hospitalization. We don't really understand why people die from cancer or why God lets it happen. Some of us might think, well, if God's so big and so mighty, then why isn't he saved my best friend from dying from COVID? Why, God? Why? Why not save her? And, you know, we ask ourselves, that's not fair, God. They got to recover. This person got to recover from COVID, but my friend didn't. And so why does God do this? We don't know. I don't know. And God has a plan, and we don't always see it unravel. And we could die from anything. We could die from a car accident. On the day of Christmas, you could die. You could die from getting food poisoned. I don't know. You could die from walking across the street. You could die from anything. But death is so prevalent these days. It just drives us to have fear. And the fear of dying, I don't want to fear death. I don't want to fear dying because I will because it's not the end. It's not. And the sooner I think about the eternal life that we are promised, that he gives us, the sooner that I can just live for today or live for this moment and know that he's going to deliver me because he promises we'll be delivered. You can die in this world, but death's not permanent. It's not. I'll get to see Beth again. We'll get to see Emma. I'll get to see my Uncle Henry, my Uncle Jim. I'll get to see him again. So when we think about death, do we think about the temporary factor or the permanent factor? Do we really put our perspective into a new perspective? What is God trying to tell us when somebody dies? What's the impact it leaves you with when it doesn't go your way, that you wanted someone to come to church that next Sunday and be out of the hospital, but they ended up passing away? What happens then? How do you glorify the Lord with your response to somebody's death? And with COVID so prevalent, how do you glorify the Lord and seek his will through it all? How do you do that? What can we do now? Because we can't do anything about the future yet, and we can't change the past either. So what can be our response to death instead of it being something we take hard and either pick up habits that we don't like because we don't know how to grieve, or do we learn to grieve with the Lord even if that season of death is hard? How are we going to respond?